Okay, it's time for a mic check. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the auditorium. Send me something in the chat if you can hear me, okay? Okay, you guys can hear me. That's awesome. So we still have a few more minutes left before we're gonna officially kick off the opening ceremony. So kind of hang out in the chat. Let me know if you're excited, if you're nervous. I am so excited for you guys. This is our third time hosting a hackathon here. Hopefully, the experience is getting better every time. If you've been with us since the first hackathon, you know the first one was a little bit rough. But yeah, we're trying our best to improve it every time. So at the end of the hackathon, just know feedback from you guys is welcome, and we appreciate it if you feel like giving any. No, don't throw up. Okay, very nervous. First hackathon, excited. Okay, I'm glad most of you guys are excited. If you're a little bit nervous, that's okay too. I know I would be. I actually have never participated in a hackathon before. Crazy. But I admire you guys so much for doing it. I've done capture the flag competitions before, which is a little bit similar. So it's kind of like a cybersecurity challenge, which also lasts for one weekend. So similar, but not quite the same. Okay. Let me go ahead and make sure that I can share my screen with you guys. Okay. Let me know if you can see my screen, okay? Oopsies. Okay, it's not showing you my browser. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, it's pausing. Okay, now it works. That's awesome. Okay. So sorry about that. Glad I got it working before 6 o'clock. Okay. Let me know in the chat what time it is for you guys. I know for some of you, it might be a crazy time in the early morning, and I'm so sorry for that. But as you know, this hackathon is hosted primarily in the US. We welcome everybody that's able to access it from DevPost, of course, but yeah, sorry, there can't be a time that works for all of you, unfortunately. Ooh, 1 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 11 p.m., 1 a.m., 6 a.m. Oh my goodness, you guys are just everywhere. Okay. It's officially 6 o'clock. I'm so excited to present to you guys. We're going to give it just one more minute just in case there's anybody else who's hopping on right now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I love seeing that there's so many of you from different time zones. If you're comfortable, drop in the chat which country you're participating from. I'm just really curious to see where you guys are coming from. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, that's totally okay. Personally, US over here, as I think I mentioned before. Okay, US, UK, Chicago, yes. Love Chicago. From Mars, haha. South Africa, New Jersey, Pakistan, UK, India, UAE, USA. My goodness, there's so many of you here. That's awesome. Okay, it is 6:01, so I'm going to go ahead and start off the presentation just to make sure that I'm respectful of everyone's time to let you guys start hacking as soon as possible. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is go over our giveaway check-in. If you scan this QR code, it's going to take you to our partnerization, and I'm going to share a little bit about them. But first, I'm just going to say we've been running this throughout the whole year because we started a new initiative this year to try and do a workshop every single month this year, and we've been successful in that for every month except January, just because we were getting everything together at the beginning of the year. But every time you check in for an event with CS Girlies through Zation, you get points. And what we want to do is whoever has the most points for attending the most events by the end of the year is going to get a really special prize from us. And we are really excited to be able to do this through grants and partnerships. And Zation happens to be one of our partners this year. So we use their platform to run our events with RSVPs and check-in links. But more importantly, we use their platform because we resonate with their mission. They are a platform that gets student orgs funded, so it's a free platform for managing events if you're a student leader. And their mission this year is to get $100,000 out to different student organizations. So they've already partnered with us and other student organizations like us across the country, just because a lot of student orgs are on a mission for funding, and it can be really hard to do that without sponsors. So if you run a student club, or if you know somebody who runs a student club or is even interested in starting a student club, definitely check them out, and I can share a sign up link for you guys, or I can put you in direct contact with one of the student leaders and one of the founders to help you get set up. Oh, is there a problem with the QR code? Jay, are you able to share that in the chat instead? Ooh, okay. Perfect. Okay. I see somebody. Okay, Waffle says they want to start a student coding club. Yes, they would be able to help you get funding for that. So if you're interested, definitely let us know and we can hook you up with them. They also have a Discord of their own. And so we can also hook you up with that once again. So every org that signs up by August 31st is entered to win a chance for $1,000 sponsorship for their org. So that can be a lot of help for a student org, especially if you don't have any funding at all. If you're a nonprofit like us, you have to crowdsource from sponsors. So yeah, once again, just check them out whenever you can. And Jay sent the link in the chat for you guys. Sorry that the QR code is bugging out for you. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. So, the schedule. The schedule varies a little bit between this slide and what's showing on the dev post. So, UTC 4 is the same as UTC 5 there for some reason. Just know that if the schedule changes, we will get that out to you guys ASAP. But yeah, so the hackathon has officially started, or in the first phase, which is the opening ceremony. And so the next phase of the hackathon is going to be when it ends in 48 hours on August 16th. We are so excited for you guys to be working during these 48 hours. We will try our best to be responsive during all of this time. You know, obviously, we have to go to sleep. So do you. Even if you don't want to, you should sleep at least one of the nights that the hackathon is going. But yeah, we will try to be as available as we can. We have the FAQ channel open for you guys, where we've put the answers to a lot of questions you guys have asked there. So please check that channel first before asking us questions, because more than likely, unless it's a question that's specific to you, it's already been answered there. And yeah, so on the 30th, so 2 weeks from when the hackathon closes, we will have the winner's announcement here in this channel again. Same time in 2 weeks from the end of the hackathon. And that will include the winners for first place, second place, third place, and all of the optional tracks as well. Okay, I see some questions in the chat. Would they be able to help with funding for an undergrad club hackathon? I believe they might. That might be a question specific to them. For the phone number, I'm not sure if it's US only. Honestly, phone number doesn't matter a whole lot. You don't have to put in your real phone number. We're not going to be tracking that because we don't ever send you guys text messages. That's just a default for their platform. So you don't have to put in your real phone number. And do the points increase? Yes, they do. You should be getting more points every time you check in for an event with us. If it looks like the leaderboard isn't accurate, I can go in and edit your score manually. I know they recently upgraded their website, so if there's an issue with the way that the scoring is displayed, definitely let us know, make a ticket in the server, and we can adjust that for you. Okay, another question about phone numbers, just answered that once again. If it doesn't work, you can put in a fake phone number. We're not going to be tracking your phone numbers. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next slide. Okay, so something that we've done the last couple hackathons, it's nothing new, but I just wanted to highlight. We have 9 mentors available for you guys. So what mentors can do for you is help you through a tech problem that's specific to their stack specialty. They can help you make decisions about what features to prioritize throughout your push through the hackathon. Honestly, they can just help you in whatever their specialty is. If you go to the link that's listed on the slide, you can see what slots are available for you to book with them. Those slots are 30 minutes each. And yeah, so if you want to be able to book with them, just go to that link and they can help you out and get scheduled with you. We have a feedback form for that as well. So if you have feedback for us about how the mentors helped you, we would love to hear that. And yeah, I think that's all that I have to say about mentors. Yes, Jay is working actively to fix the Zacian sign up. If you don't get the sign up link code, don't worry. Just make a ticket with us in the server. Use the server help option, and we can definitely get that fixed for you. Yeah, so don't worry a whole lot about phone numbers. Just make sure you make a ticket with us, and we'll definitely try to get you that code if we can. Okay, next slide. We have a lot of judges for this hackathon. We have almost 20 judges, or maybe exactly 20 judges. I can't count. Yes, so they are from Meta, they're from Netflix, they're from Oracle, they're from literally anywhere that you can think of. They are all here to help you out. They're professors, they're PhD candidates, they're founders. One of the founders of Zacian, our partner, is actually a judge for the hackathon. Surprise. I won't tell you who it is because I don't want you to get scared. Oh, I see somebody says in the chat they're scared already. Oh no. Please don't be scared. They're here to help you guys. They're not going to leave you mean comments or anything like that. If they leave you a comment, it's just going to be to help you out and give you pointers for your next hackathon. So definitely don't be scared of feedback you get from them. Yeah, what else about the judges? They should leave you feedback on your project. For scoring, though, if you're not able to see your score after the hackathon, you can email me and I can send you your team score. We've done that in the past, and I don't mind helping you guys out at all because I definitely want you to learn and grow from this experience. I don't mind giving you that at all. Okay, next slide. So, you should know the rules already if you've registered for this hackathon because the rules are listed on the dev post where you registered. So, teams. You can work solo or in a team. It doesn't matter to us which one you choose, just as long as you do not have more than 5 members, including yourself, if you're on a team. And in your documentation at the end, when you're submitting the project, make sure you clearly say what each team member helped with and what each team member contributed to the project. If one person on your team doesn't contribute anything, please note that clearly, and if your team wins, that person will not be counted towards your prize. We know how it feels when you're in a group project and you have that one person that doesn't contribute anything, right? So if that happens, don't worry, we'll take care of that. For the submission requirements, you have a 1 to 5 minute demo video. Remember, all of the submission material is not optional. We need you to submit everything so that we can assess your project properly. Please do not go over 5 minutes on your demo video. I know if you have a lot of features included, it can be hard to leave your video at 5 minutes. it's hard for us to get through 100 5-minute videos. We just want you to understand that. So please be respectful of our time and also of your own time. So the demo video is required. The written project description is required. Try to write this on your own, guys. Please don't do an AI generated summary of this project because we want to make sure that you understand what you wrote. And if you submitted AI code, we want to make sure you understand what the AI wrote for you. Okay. So just be careful about that. You can submit it as a PDF, a Google Doc, a Word doc, anything that we can open and just look at the project description from you guys. Okay, yes, team information and contribution details as well. You don't have to put this on a PDF. Some of this stuff, if you put it on your GitHub README file, that also works, just as long as we can see it clearly when you submit your project, okay? So it's definitely less documents if you put it in your GitHub README. And if you don't know how to make a README, we can send out resources about that. But if you've made a repo before, you should know the basics of making a README, okay? If you need resources for that, just drop it in the chat and we can find something for you. We had a workshop, I believe, on documentation from last year that should be posted on our YouTube channel. A little callback to last year's hackathon. So if you want to go ahead and watch that before you submit your projects, feel free to do that. And just a reminder, we will not be accepting late submissions of any kind. We understand that mistakes happen, things happen, your internet might go out. Just please don't wait till the last minute to do the submission because we won't be making any exceptions this year. Because when we let one submission exception in, we kind of have to make room for more, and then it just gets confusing for everyone. So, yeah, no exceptions this year on timing. And once again, make sure that you're converting everything to your time zone as well. We've clearly listed on the page the time zone for everything, so you can convert that to your own time zone based on the time zone we provided. Just make sure that you're really clear on that. There's also a time bot in the Discord server. If you have trouble doing the conversions, it can do the conversions for you. And finally, AI usage. So AI tools are allowed for building and prototyping, but you must be transparent about how you use AI. For example, if you're submitting for the best use of AI bonus track, you have to be a little bit more detailed about how you did your explanation and your usage. So we want some details. We want the models you used, whether they were paid or free models, what kind of prompts you guys used, how many times you had to prompt it, things like that. If you worked with AI before, you should be familiar with how to document it, especially if you've used it for your college classes. We really discourage you guys from writing your documentation with AI because, like I said earlier, we want to make sure that you understand what you built and why it works the way that it does. If we see AI generated documentation and it looks like you did not write it yourself, you are eligible to be disqualified. I just want you guys to know that, and I'm making it really clear up front. Okay, now to the part you've all been waiting for. The tracks. So, the tracks have already been announced on DevPost. I believe we sent the announcement out about an hour ago through email. If you didn't see that, go ahead and refresh the DevPost and they should be listed there. So, the tracks are broken up based on your experience level and the experience level of the project you're creating. If you have trouble putting your project into one of these categories, make a ticket through our ticket system and we can help you determine what you should put as your main track. So the beginner track, we've called it happiness. This consists of projects that don't require too much technical knowledge that would work with real health data. So you don't have to work with health data for this track. But the thing that makes it a wellness project is that it can improve a person's mood without using really anything scientific. For example, a compliment generator, something that tells you to do random acts of kindness, those are all things that can improve your mood and your well-being that don't need anything scientific. You don't need to use real health data, but it can still contribute to wellness, okay? I hope that clears things up for the first track. The second track is our intermediate track. So you have some experience working with real data. It might not be like blood pressure and heart rate and things like that, but it's still using some real world details and input from the user to be able to move the project forward. So we expect to see somewhat technical projects. Just some examples are mood journal, hydration tracker, stretch break chimer, things like that. Just a reminder that if you do a mood chatbot, make sure that you're thinking about real world use cases. For example, if someone tells you or tells the chatbot that they're feeling depressed, please, please, please make sure that there are good guardrails in place for that chatbot. Make sure that the chatbot tells them to call a hotline if they need it. Make sure that the chatbot really gives them good advice and actually is helping them get better, okay? And finally, the most advanced track. We expect to see the most advanced projects in this track. So, examples would be like a posture analyzer. It uses your camera, voice-based mental health screen tracker, a medication tracker. So these are projects that could be used with real-world health data. And this is the one you want to be the most careful with because in the real world, if you use health data in an app that's used publicly, you want to try your best to make it as secure as possible because that data is really important, okay? Obviously, we understand you can't include a lot of cybersecurity features or just security features in general because this is a 48-hour hackathon. And we totally understand that, and the judges understand that. Just know that no matter what track you choose, it needs to be the best project that you can make it, okay? Within the 48 hours that you have. There's also going to be a little bit more additional guidance on the dev post as well. For example, the judging criteria is outside of the tracks. For example, your use of creativity, your use of innovation, how technical you were, that stuff is listed on the dev post. There's 5 categories. Okay, moving on. So we're going to talk about the bonus tracks really quick. So we have 2 bonus tracks. The first bonus track I kind of touched on a little bit already is the best use of AI. So it means how did you use AI? Did you use it in a creative way? Did you have an idea but no coding background, but you managed to execute your idea in a way that a user can actually interact with this project? We had a hackathon participant last year. We will remember him forever. His name was Pedro. He was not a coder in any way. He was not technical, but he had an idea and he wanted to make a learning tool for his son, and he used AI to help him do that. And we loved his idea. Yes, shout out Pedro. I know you guys remember Pedro from last year. Okay, so yeah, that was just an example. If you need further guidance on that, please make a ticket and we can help you out. And the second award is the most viral award. So this is going to be based on projects that you post on social media. So you can post on Instagram, X, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok. We're going to have a form where you can submit the links, and we will make that available to you guys probably tomorrow because I know some of you will finish before the 48 hours are over and you want to start getting as many views as you can. So when that goes out, we will send an email to you guys from DevPost, but also announce it here in the Discord server. And yeah, so we're going to take the amount of likes that you get from each post. Say, for example, you get 10 likes on Instagram, 10 likes on LinkedIn, and 5 likes on TikTok. We'll take the total, so that would be 25 likes, and we'll keep it in a spreadsheet, and whoever has the most likes by the end of the judging period is going to be the winner of that prize. We're double checking on this, but I believe you're only allowed to submit to 1 bonus track in addition to the 1 main track, okay? So at most, you can submit to 2 tracks, 1 main track and 1 bonus track. So, you're already in the Discord, but we just wanted to make sure that you know that that is the best and fastest way to reach us, okay? So once again, read the FAQ channel. FAQ stands for Frequently Asked Questions, okay? So that means if you've thought about it, it's probably been answered there already. Please be sure to check that first, and if you don't see an answer there or on our dev post site, please make a ticket for us, and we will try to answer that as fast as we can. Once again, I said the administrators of the hackathon have been working super hard to make this event amazing for you guys. We also have to sleep too. So at some point, there may be a little bit of a delay in the answers. That's something we can't control, but hopefully our mods in your time zone will be able to answer your question for you. If not, we apologize, but you will get an answer at some point before the hackathon is over. We also have emails, but once again, Discord is the fastest way to talk to us, so please try to use that first. Okay? Haha, somebody asked if you can only go on the bonus track. No, unfortunately, you do have to use the main track. That's why it's called the main track. I know Jay is answering questions in the chat. If you want me to answer some questions here with you guys really quick before we move on to the next section, I can. Cookie asked, can we send the same question on Discord and email? Please do not do that. Please only send it once. If you go a few hours without an answer, you can double message us, but please give us a little bit of time to get back to you before you double message. Use that as a last option, okay? And for now, I'll let you guys moderate the chat and I'll move on to the next slide. So we have a little special presentation with our fellow co-president Jay, who is in the chat right now. And we also have a special video from our founder, Michelle. So I'm going to play the video from Jay first.
Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness, it has come to that time. If you don't know who I am, that's okay. My name is Jarrell, or better known as Jay to you all in the Discord server. At the time that this is being shown, I am most likely driving home from work. So, I know, I'm sorry. I wish I was there personally to wish you all the best of luck, but regardless, I hope you all have a wonderful hackathon experience. Take this time to, just dip your feet into computer science if you're completely new to the field, or just take the opportunity to create something new, something different, and share it on your portfolio once the hackathon ends. What matters is that you have fun, respect your teammates, and enjoy the ride. Emily and I will be in the Discord server, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask us in the Hackathon discussion channel, and we will do our best to help you. So, without further ado, happy hacking, everyone.
Yay! Okay, that was our first video. Let me go back really quick. Oopsies. Okay. I knew this was gonna happen. Okay, here we go.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm the founder of CS Girlies, and I would love to welcome you to our hackathon along with the rest of the team. I'm super excited for this hackathon, and I hope that you're really excited too, because over the next few hours, you're going to be doing a lot of coding. You're going to be working with some really cool people. You probably wouldn't be getting a lot of sleep, but it's all worth it because by the end of the hackathon, you'll have a project that you can share with your friends, you can share with recruiters, and hopefully a project that you're really proud of because it's helping people be better and it's helping with wellness. So I'm wishing you the absolute best of luck. I hope that you remember to have fun, and I can't wait to see what you make.
All right. Okay, let me just go back. And yeah, the hackathon starts now. I am so excited for you to see what you guys have made. We're going to be vetting all the projects before the judges see them, so that just means that we'll be making sure that you meet all of the requirements. So if we have a question about anything you've submitted, you'll see a message from us on DevPost. So once you submit the project, please be monitoring that just in case we have questions for you. If we don't get a question back that day, unfortunately, we might have to move forward and disqualify you. So please keep an eye on that. And now I'll be looking at the chat just to see if there's any questions that you guys might have for us that Jay and Oma haven't answered already. We'll just give it a couple minutes. Someone asked if you can create the GitHub repo now. Yes, you can. You can start right away. You can start while you're listening to this video. Where is the FAQ channel? If you have the hackathon role, you should be able to see that channel in the channels list. There should be a whole section. There should be about 5 hackathon channels that you should be able to see. And Oma just listed it in the chat. Submission link. Does it need to be in a zip file? You don't have to put your code in a zip file. We want you to put your code in a GitHub repo, and you can use a link to submit that. But please make sure that it's a public repo because our judges need to be able to access that. You can make it private as soon as the hackathon is over or as soon as you receive your score. Just make sure that it's accessible to the judges. You can put a link in the GitHub. I'm not sure what you want to link in your GitHub. Oh, you want to... Sorry, submission link. You meant the demo video and documents. Yes, there will be a place for you to put your video once the submission's open. You can check that out, I think, before you actually submit the project. Like, you can go through some of the steps without officially submitting just to get an idea of what that looks like before you submit it. Yeah, and just like Afnan said, you can embed the video in the README. So there are quite a few different options. We would prefer if you guys did a YouTube video or a Vimeo just because those are the easiest options. Honestly, you could even do your demo video as a TikTok. That would be super easy to link as well. And it's easy for people to watch. Is there a specific place for one team to work? When you say work, what do you mean? If you mean a specific place for a team to code, use your GitHub. If you mean to video chat or video call, you can use any of the video or call channels in the server, or you can make a group chat on Discord. Yeah, we don't have a specific dedicated channel for each team. We tried that for our first hackathon. It went terribly, terribly wrong because people kept trying to switch teams, and when we were matching them together, we had to make and delete and edit a whole bunch of channels, so we aren't able to do that anymore. Yeah, unfortunate. We wish we could do that for you guys, but it's just more work than it's worth. You cannot build on all tracks. You must pick only one main track. That's why it's called a main track. You can only pick one. And yeah, you're like I said before, you're able to pick more than one. You can pick a bonus track. You can pick a bonus track. Sorry, let me not phrase that in a confusing way. You can pick one main track and one bonus track, and that's it. Yeah, so solo submissions are going to be graded with a little bit more grace, because there's less people working on it. We understand one person can definitely not complete as much work as a team can, so the judges will take that into consideration when they're scoring your project. Okay, can you repeat how you submit for a track? Yes, I can. So when you go to submit the project, there will be an option to select which track you're on. And DevPost will only let you choose one main track, and then if you want to do the optional track, the way to do the optional track for the social media one, there will be a form for it that you fill out. So you can select that you're doing it on DevPost through your documentation, but there is no way to submit the video links through DevPost. Unless you make the video early and then don't officially submit your project before submitting that link, but I would not recommend doing that. For the AI track, you'll just submit the extra documentation material that we requested. I hope that answers your question. Okay, great. Is there anything else before we wrap up the opening ceremony? Once again, this will be posted on our YouTube channel as soon as we can, just to make sure that if you forget any of the answers or if you just want to double check something, this video will be available to you before the end of the hackathon. We will try our best to get it uploaded really fast. Oh, don't be scared. We are really excited, and, since it might be your first hackathon, don't feel too stressed out. If you don't win your first hackathon, the world will keep spinning. You'll get some experience, you'll get some valuable feedback, and then next year you can come back and crush it even harder. So don't spend a lot of time stressing about it. Okay, I'm not seeing any new questions come out in the chat, so I think that we are going to officially end the opening ceremony. Once again, if you didn't get the check-in, I'll go back to that slide really quick. If you just tuned in after I talked about the giveaway check-in, please go to the link in the chat. We can post it in the Hackathon announcements channel as well. If you don't have a US phone number, you can use the email option for your check-in because they haven't implemented a way to do international phone numbers as of right now. And yeah, the giveaway is still a surprise for now, for what you'll win when you do this. We'll announce it in December at the end of the year when we get closer to being able to ship it out to you guys. There is no email option. Okay, the guys at Zation said that there was an email option. If there isn't, we will go ahead and add that for you guys, and then we'll send out a notification in the announcements channel, okay? We will definitely make sure that you have the option to check in. Whether that means adding you manually or adding the email option. We will definitely make sure that you get that. But if the questions are only about the giveaway now, I'm going to go ahead and end the ceremony, and you guys can continue to ask us questions in the chat or otherwise. Happy hacking, and we hope you guys have an amazing experience with us this weekend.